Welcome back to our portfolio website series. In this video, we will set up our development environment with all the tools and technologies we will build our full stack portfolio website. Before we start, make sure you have a computer system with at least 8 GB of RAM, around 10 GB of free space, a stable internet connection for downloading packages, and a basic knowledge of command line. Monetary or newer is recommended. For Linux users, you can use any recent distributions. Let's install a Node.js and NPM package. So we will go to the Node.js, and then we will go to this nodejs.org. Here we will redirect to the download page, and then as my operating system is Windows, so I'm using the LTS version, which is stable version for Windows, and I'm going to install Node.js. So let's download this. As you can see, it is downloaded, and we will install this in our system. As in my system, it is already installed. So you will see that there will be next button. You have to just go next, and then it will install the Node package. Then inside the command prompt, you have to try. Let me open the command prompt. Here you have to test the node version. As you can see, my node version is 22.14.0, which is the stable version, and we will test our npm version as well. npm version. So this is my npm version is currently on my system. Now we have to create a Python backend for the FastAPI. So here we will download the Python. We will go to the Python, we will install from this download page. Here you can see the download button for 3.13.2. We will download this, and here we will upgrade, because I already have Python in my system. So I'm going to upgrade to the latest version of the Python. Before installing Python, make sure you have enabled add to path option as mentioned in this screenshot. You can click on the install button as shown in this screenshot on the screen. As you can see, the Python setup was successfully. Now we will close this and we will test this on command prompt again. The version of the Python, which is Python version. So as you can see, we have the latest version, the latest stable version for the Python, which is 3.13.2. Now we have to set up a backend for Python. So here we will create the folder as backend, and we will open the terminal. Here we will use cd backend, and inside this we have to create the virtual environment for our Python backend. Here we will use Python venv, and then we will give the name for that virtual environment. So I am going to give the default name, which is venv. As you can see, at the corner, the virtual environment is created for our backend. Now we will set up the MongoDB. Here you can create the local installation, or you can use the cloud option as well. Here in this project, we will go to the MongoDB Atlas, which is cloud deployment. Here we will get around 500 MB of the storage, which is enough for our portfolio website. So let's redirect to our MongoDB Atlas. Inside we will sign up with our account. Let me quickly sign in with my account. As you can see, our MongoDB is registered successfully. Here at the top corner you can see the organization, and then here you will see the project. So here we will create our new project for our portfolio website. Here we will give the project name as portfolio, or you can give any project name for that particular database system. And then we will click the next button, and then we will give the ownership for that our email address, and then we will create a project. And boom, it is created successfully. Now here we will use the cursor IDE because it assists when we are coding. I preferred cursor IDE here. You can use the VS Code as well. It is simple step. Either you can use VS Code. This is the website. At the download page, you can see the download button for the operating system. You have to just download and then click next. Or you can use the cursor ID that I am personally using. This is the cursor. Here you can download for your operating system, and then you have to just go next, and it will install. Now we will use the Git version control. So here we will install the Git first. Here we will type the Git, not GitHub, it is Git. And from here download button, we will install the Git. You have to select your operating system. As you can see, my operating system is Windows, so it automatically detected. Here I am going to install this. Let's download this first. And it will download. It will take time according to your internet speed. And now we are opening this Git for Windows. And then we will click next, and we don't take any extra things here. Then we will click on next, and then next, and then we will use this next, then next, and next, next. And it started installation for Git version control. As I already installed the Git version in my system, so it is upgrading with the latest Git version control. Now we will launch the Git bash. As you can see here, the Git bash is presented. Let me increase its size. Now, before we go into the project, we need to set up the username and the user email for our Git system. So here we will use the command as, let me quickly increase size, git config. Then we will give the global, and then we will use the user dot name. Then we will use our username. Here I use this is my username that I written here, and then you have to set up the email address as well in this format. And here you will type your own email address, and then you will press enter. And then once you set up with your account, now we will go to our project path. Let me go to directly to my path, and here I will give one trick. If you don't want to use the cd and ls commands, then you can directly go to your path, then click on show more option, and then you will see the open git bash here. It will fetch the exact path from the folder you are in, and then you can run your project. So here we already created the backend folder. Here we will use create the front end and the dashboard. I'm going to use the mkdir, which is main directory, mkdir, and then we will use front end and dashboard. These are two folders we created, and as you can see, it got reflected here. Then we will have the three folder structure. Inside the backend, we will have the FastAPI server. Inside the front end, we will have the Next.js portfolio site. And inside the dashboard, we will have our own admin dashboard panel. That's it for our development environment setup. In the next video, we will initialize with our Next.js frontend project, and we will start building the foundation of our portfolio website. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon if you are enjoying this series. Leave the comment if you have any questions or any doubts related to setup for this process, and see you in the next video. Thank you.